The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this time he'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard, and he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3 at the 30-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run. It's Hilliard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. On 1st down, Watson eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have taken the early lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he completes it to Cohen. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
To Tariq Cohen.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Foles. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Chicago.
Let's go! Black. You can't block me.
Here's Foles. That is caught by Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At their 48-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Foles. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
Complete to Cole Komet. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Foles. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Intercepted.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill. Turn around. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
From the gun on third, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
At the 32-yard line.
On first down, it's Watson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Bears nothing.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. 3rd and long, it's Watson. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. run the counter. Hilliard. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the 59. Check 99. Check 99. Pick the edge. Come. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
On second down, Hilliard. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Texans 14, Bears nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick
So
off.
after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check 55. Come on. Check.
Now Foles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd and 5.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
For the Bears.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
At their
Well,
own
someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st down, Hilliard, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Out of the gun, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Here we go, D.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Switch. All day, baby, all day. Reset. 19.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Yo.
From the 29, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Check 52. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Motion. Number 31.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now as he gets to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Out. Show it up. Hey, pick it up. Check. Eyes up.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Watch out. At 58 is a Mike. Go left. 65. Slam.
Now a first down throw. Watson flush to his right. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. You can't hit. Under. He's not going to get me. 41.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Tighten up. Joker, 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 joker. That's 59. That's 24. Hey, get him, you got it.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
You got tight right there.
Watson just beating the play clock. Flushed out right. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A shotgun snap for Watson. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Third and 2, Watson being chased out left. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Randall Cobb there to make the grab. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And this is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he finds Jimmy Graham. Touchdown, Chicago! Jimmy Graham, 59 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Here's Watson. Space to maneuver at the 40. Left side, it's complete. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, turn it up. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. Lucky. Shit.
From the gun, Watson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. There again is Cooks, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Watson looks to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here we go, 24. Let's go, let's bring it. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Check pass.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The Texans on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 5.
Sponge. No. He's coming. We got double up. 49, check 49. Switch.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air yet again, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Randall Cobb. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Foles. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
You got three down.
Here's Foles. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
180. Yes. And let's pin the mirrors back. It's on one. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Looking to throw again on second down. Foles. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now Foles. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you.
Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Let's go. Kill. Wall. Open the floor. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Open the floor. Stay in situation. Let's go. Hey.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 12.
Check, 59. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go. Mike, check, 59.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go. Mike, check. 59. Let's go.
Here's Watson on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They get this out left, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Check, 59. You. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. They're not ready for this, man.
And they will take a knee here.
Today's final score, Texans 42.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.